Hey guys, this is Fan, and I'm going to do an open box review of HobbyBoss's Leopard 2A4M Canadian variant, and I'm going to show you around the box. So over here you can see this is a concept art of the Leopard 2A4 that is used in Afghanistan, and it is a 135 scale, so it is pretty standard and pretty big as well. And then on the side you can see this is how it looks like at the end of it. When you're done painting it, this is how it should look like. And then you get the photo etch parts as well as the decals, which I'll show to you guys later. And you got information about the Leopard 2A4M in Chinese. And for the record, HobbyBoss is a Chinese brand. However, the quality of it is pretty good, I would say. And then looking at the side right here, we have two people that have helped advise HobbyBoss in terms of making the Leopard 2A4M more accurate and all that. And both of them served in the Lord Strakona's Royal Canadian Tank Regiment based in Alberta. So it is really cool that they hired both of them to really help build this or help make this a reality. And so I'm going to show you guys inside the box, and let's open it. So first thing we got is the instructions. We got the marking and painting sheet. It shows you where to put all the decals and the paints and all that. I believe you can probably use native green and go with that. In terms of the instructions, it is pretty straightforward or pretty standard. You build the wheels, the suspensions, you add on the things on the wheels and stuff. And then you also have the tracks. So I have heard the tracks might be a little bit of a challenge. You might need a lot of patience with it because it is a 4-part piece that you put together and then you put them together. So it might take a lot of patience in terms of building the tracks. And then you got the sides, the hull, and the turret, and then more pieces to put on the turret, as well as the slat armor as well too. So yeah, pretty standard in terms of instructions. It is a 13th step with a lot of things to add on as well. So moving along to the plastic quality, I did open it up earlier just so that it's easier for me to open it and to show it to you guys. So in terms of the feel of it, it does feel pretty nice. Like, it doesn't feel too cheap or anything like that. It's not like the best, like in terms of Tamiya quality, but it's still pretty good in terms of the feel and the details of it too. However, there are some extra plastic pieces that you're going to need to sand off. Like for example, like right here, you're going to need to sand that off, as well as this piece right here. There's little extra plastic pieces that you're going to need to, cut and sand as well. More of it right here too. This is a 2-piece gun barrel. And so you're going to have to glue and make sure you sand it properly before you put it on. So yeah, it is unfortunate that they do use a 2-piece barrel instead of one these days. And then you got the smokes as well too. But overall, it does feel pretty good. You're going to have to do a little bit of extra work in terms of making it smoother. And then you got more pieces right here, which I won't open, but this is the back or the side of the tank. So again, it does feel solid, so pretty good. And then you got the slat armor right here, which I'm not going to open, but I am debating if I should put it on or not, because I am trying to go for more of the 2025 Leopard 2A4M that is deployed in Latvia. So that's kind of my main vision for this build. And then you got the decals right here. So this is where you put on all the pieces, the black low pieces on the tank itself. And then you got the maple leaf as well as the numbers that you can put on. And then you got the wheels and you got the tracks right here. In terms of the main body, you got the hull and the body right here. It does feel pretty good. Like, it feels solid. It's almost like a Tamiya hull almost. So yeah, it looks really good and feels really good as well. I don't think I need to do extra sanding on this. And then looking on top of the hull, you can feel the details as well too. So yeah, pretty impressed with the main body so far, and it's quite solid. And then you got the turret right here, or the top of the turret. I'm not going to open up this one, but this is how it looks like. And yeah, it looks really good. Like, feels nice. There's a little bit of a texture change right here. Might have to sand this part once I cut off this part, but overall it looks and feels pretty good. And then you got the photo etch parts right here, which I believe most of it you're going to have to use for the for the slat armor, but I don't know if I'm going to put that on or not. But yeah, it does offer even a little piece of copper string right here too. And you got more plastics for the wheels, I believe. So overall, I would say the HobbyBoss's Leopard 2A4M Canadian variant looks pretty good so far in terms of the quality and build. However, there's some pieces we're going to need to sand off here and there. For those who are thinking about starting this hobby, I would say maybe start with more Tamiya kits and then work your way up to Trumpeter or even HobbyBoss and then go from there. However, for me, I am going to go for the Canadian 2025 look of the Leopard 2A4M that is used in Latvia. And so I'm going to go for that look. But yeah, let me know if you guys are interested in seeing the whole progress of it. I might give my final thoughts at the end of that. But yeah, let me know if you guys are interested in seeing that. And maybe I'll record my progress here and there and then put it into a final video. And once again, thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in my next video.